If it does go the full 5, 6, God forbid, even longer weeks more than just 1 or 2, what is your message for consumers? How long will it take things to ship? I mean, you talked about prices potentially going up, the inflation that could result from those shortages and from the tightened supply chain. But what else could we see? We have the holiday shopping season weighing upon us. There's an Amazon Prime Day coming up. What does this mean over the next month for shopping in the United States?
It will be a mixed picture. I don't foresee a 6 week strike. I think this is going to be much shorter than that, but no one knows. And things can become unpredictable. But when it comes to Christmas shopping, that's one of the areas that's a bright spot, strike or no strike, because these are overwhelmingly are non-perishable goods. Clothing, uh, appliances, some other things have all been stockpiled. Things that may be given as gifts, retailers have a lot in stock. They've paid that price already. So it will be much less disruptive and visible in that sense. Yeah, you won't be eating bananas after about a week on the East Coast, or other fruit perhaps. Uh, but the pressure on the supply chain, as I mentioned, causes prices to go up. Uh, and that feeds into inflation, and that starts all kinds of other dynamics. But the administration is well aware of this and putting a huge effort in many different ways to get this settled. It's not visible, but it's very much there. So that could likely mean shorter rather than longer.
See that banana shortage that you mentioned? It sounds so minor, but in my family, everyone, we eat a banana every morning for breakfast. So I'm about to go to the grocery store and buy a bunch just to freeze and to have because I think we're athletic. We need the potassium. But Harley, we've talked about a lot. Is there anything else that's on your mind that the Forbes audience should know as it relates to this strike and how it could go?
Absolutely. One thing, this strike isn't occurring in a vacuum. We have seen an upsurge of popularity for unions. The most recent Gallup poll indicates that 70% of Americans have a favorable opinion of unions. Of American workers between 18 and 30, that jumps to 90%. These are near record or record numbers. We've seen in the last several years some major negotiations that have resulted in very positive benefits for workers in those industries. The Teamsters at UPS won a very strong settlement because UPS resisted to the last minute and then made that decision, we're either going to pay now or pay more later, and gave in to a generous settlement. At the UAW, there was a 40-day strike among a new innovative stand-up strike where not all the three Detroit automakers were shut down, but that resulted in a record contract and a lot of benefits. Well, you might say great for union members, yes, but both of these settlements, among others, have spread through the economy. So in the auto industry, Toyota, Nissan, even Tesla, all non-union, and most of the others raised wages and benefits, not to be the same, but much higher than they would have been without this. This was the union avoidance impact. So you have that kind of thing. And we forget it isn't just workers earning a fair share for themselves. That puts purchasing power into the economy. And purchasing power causes the economy to grow and gives us a healthier economic climate. So while this is tough at the moment, and while the disruption of the strike is potentially real and damaging, we shouldn't forget that unions play an important role in this economy. And over time, post World War II, a strong growth of the labor movement resulted in a middle class in this country, and resulted in benefits all Americans, union and non union alike, enjoy. And that's not a partisan observation. There were former secretaries of labor, such as the noted Republican George P. Shultz, who would have agreed with that analysis.
Harley Shaiken, thank you so much for coming on and breaking down everything we need to know about this dock workers strike. We so appreciate your time and your insight.
Thank you.